Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys may have taken a loss on Thursday night in a game that saw Dak get spit on by Jalen Carter, but Dak Prescott was far, far from the issue in this ball game. I want to dive into the tape to see how Dak looked after the spitting incident from Jalen Carter and to show you why Dak is still one of the 10 best quarterbacks in the NFL. Let's dive right into the tape. So for the Cowboys, it all starts with a kind of a throw to get Dak into rhythm, I guess you could say, but it's a 30-plus yard throw down the field before a veteran and a top quarterback like Dak Prescott. This is kind of just getting him into rhythm. So what you're going to see from the Philadelphia Eagles is a cover 3 look right here, and then CeeDee Lamb is going to condense to the inside, and once he condenses, he is going to run a deep corner route. Let's see how it unfolds. So as I mentioned, you see CD come to the inside. He sells this route inside, gets inside the numbers, gets number 8, Adoree Jackson's back turned to the sideline, and all of a sudden he whips this route back to the outside. Dak has blindside pressure coming his way. He does not care. He is going to let this thing fly, and he hits CD right by the sideline. A little bit more upfield, and this route probably is 6, to be honest. One thing I really liked from Dak coming off of the injury was seeing his pocket presence here. You see Jordan Davis come in. You see Jalix Hunt come in. Dak evades both of them and gets it off to CD. It's a little bit of a risky throw here for Dak Prescott, but as I mentioned, the real positive on this clip is that pocket movement. You see the play fake. Pressure is going to come in here in just a moment. Smith is coming off the edge. He's actually picked up really well, but then Davis out of the way. Hunt out of the way. And Dak, you see him, he keeps his eyes up the field this entire time. Dak's eyes do not go to any of these D linemen. He can feel them. He doesn't have to see them, though. He's a vet. He's been here before. He gets this ball to CeeDee Lamb. Zach Bond thinks he has a chance to intercept it because it's a little bit inside to Lamb, but CeeDee is so great. He makes the play. Dak puts it on him enough, and it's a gain for the Cowboys. Good pocket presence by Dak Prescott. Now, right here from the Dallas Cowboys, you are going to have CeeDee Lamb running a dig route over the middle of the field. But when it comes to the coverage that the Eagles are playing, you do have Zach Bond at linebacker. He is dropping into his zone right here. And then you've got man coverage as well with CeeDee Lamb. So what do? You are going to have Dak Prescott get Bond moving towards the inside with his eyes. You'll see Dak's line of vision is headed over towards the middle of the field, but towards the field side. He gets Bond working over this way, gets the ball to Lamb over the middle. We'll let it play out here in just a moment. So you see CD come up the field right here. He's got Jackson far on his backside. At this point, he is open. Jackson is trying to chase. He's in man coverage, but he knows that he does have help over the middle of the field with Zach Bond. And Dak Prescott knows that as well. So what does Dak do? Just gives a little shoulder motion towards that field side middle, gets Zach Bond to bite, waits for CD to clear out, gets it to him. It's a big-time gain for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, one thing that Dak did struggle with at first in this game was the seam bowl here. You're going to see 89 come open on the right side. Dak just underthrown just a little bit. You see Jahad Campbell, the rookie linebacker for the Eagles, in the middle of the field right here, runs the post, gets underneath 89. Perfect defensive coverage, and Dak just a little bit underthrown. Good play by Campbell, and then you got the hit from Brown there at the end for good measure. Then you've got another seam ball attempt coming here from Dak Prescott. And what do we get? 87, Ferguson makes the move on Bond, just underthrown a little bit. Dak actually hits Bond in the back of his helmet right here. Ferguson has space and a little bit better ball from Dak. This is one of his few mistakes on the night, in my opinion, or one of those throws that he could have had back. A little bit better throw might get you 6 points. But then Dak finally does throw a really nice seam ball here to Ferguson. So you're going to see 24 right here, manned up on Ferguson. Jake Ferguson takes it up the field. He's going to get to the inside. He clears out on Bond, and Dak at this point is ready to throw it. Now, you might think this is 6 points, but if you look on that left middle part of your screen, right on the A of the word Eagles, Reed Blankenship is coming in. I think Ferguson might hear the footsteps because he absolutely gets taken out. does not hold on to make the catch, but you cannot fault Dak Prescott for this throw right here. I mean, this is a really good ball, good route by Ferguson. You got to finish the play. And I know people are like, oh, it's a hospital ball all over Twitter. That's not a hospital ball, especially 10 years ago. It's a ball where you're going to get hit. It's not going to feel good. But, I mean, this is money in your hands right here for Ferguson. You've got at least 2-3 yards between you and the defender before he's going to get to you. You have to hold on to that ball. He started dropping it before Blankenship was even about to hit him. I think that's on Ferguson. Good throw by Dak Prescott. And then right here, you are going to get CeeDee Lamb on the exact same dig route from earlier on a third down in the fourth quarter, and it's a big-time drop, and this is unfortunately about to become a common theme for the Cowboys in the late stages of this game. We've got Kevontae Turpin motioning inside, so CD is the furthest outside receiver here to the field side. He gets to the top of his route. Mitchell is late to break. CD is open, and then you've got Turpin carrying up the field. The safety has to respect him, cannot jump on the route from CD. Dak lets go of this football. It is perfectly in CeeDee Lamb's hands, well past the sticks. He cannot hang on. Lucky to not have it intercepted, but CeeDee Lamb, you have to make that catch, especially if you are a top 5 wide receiver, which we all know you are. You have to make that catch. Then you've got another deep ball here, late in the game from Dak Prescott. Down the field, CD make up for it, and he does not. It is another huge drop for Dak. You see him scanning the field. Pretty good pass protection by the Dallas Cowboys. But then right off this edge, you see a man coming in. Dak gets rid of it just in time, and let's see where it lands. That is a perfect throw, CD. You can't have 2 drops like that. The one that I'll show at the end, probably not necessarily a drop on Lamb's end, but a catch that should be made. But this one, especially a catch that should be made if you're number 88, CeeDee Lamb. And then on this one, I've been torn all week on whether this is a great throw or if Dak got really lucky, and the reality is it's probably a little bit of both. So Dak drops back, steps to his right, he sees 96 coming in. Dak releases this football and somehow gets it in to his tight end, who is unable to make the catch. I don't know if I'd be able to make this catch either with Zach Bond and Cooper DeJean on me, but just watch. That thing is in his hands. That is somehow perfectly placed. Probably not entirely by design. I don't think Dak meant to throw to the outside into double coverage, but nonetheless, it perfectly gets to the spot that it is supposed to the intended target, and the catch is not held on to. That's 2 drops here in this final drive. 3 drops already by the Cowboys just in the fourth quarter as they attempt to make a comeback. And then late in the ball game for the Dallas Cowboys, you are going to have CeeDee Lamb in the slot with Cooper DeJean manned up. You got George Pickens with Quinyon Mitchell on him, both over here to the field side. What you're going to get from Pickens is kind of a little decoy route to move Mitchell to the inside, and that is so that we can isolate CeeDee Lamb with Cooper DeJean from the slot. CD is going to run a slot fade, and the Cowboys get the look that they want here. Dak throws it up, a little bit under duress. CD dives, and he cannot make the grab. You've got the motion from Turpin. You've got 6 coming here for the Eagles, I believe. It's kind of the 1, 2, 3, 6 coming for the Philadelphia Eagles. 5, sorry. Campbell ends up dropping back. Nolan Smith starts to win off the edge. You got Zach Bond coming in hot. You got another defender off the edge to this field side. And Dak decides to throw it up for grabs. And I'm not saying CeeDee Lamb has to make this catch, but he's fully extended. He's a top 5 receiver. He's a top 5 paid wide receiver. You got to make top 5 catches, but this is definitely the least of the drops. I just still think Dak Prescott was putting this thing on the money all night long. I know that the Cowboys are easy to make fun of. I know that people don't like the Dallas Cowboys, therefore they don't like Dak Prescott, but I advise for you all to put some respect on Dak Prescott's name. This is a top 10, not his fault game of the last 5 years. The stat sheet will not indicate how good Dak Prescott played, and I'm excited to see what he can do headed into these next few weeks as he tries to keep the Cowboys relevant, keep them afloat without Micah Parsons, with kind of a short-handed roster. The offense is going to have to put together a lot of points. I believe that Dak can do it, but hey, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you believe in Dak, let me know. If you hate Dak, if you hate the Cowboys, let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we will be back later this week.